Yeah, I think if you look at the policy statement that we presented to the Assembly, we emphasized a number of sector-specific areas. Now, for that to be realized, we have been preaching a dictum right from the time we set up a government in Maridi State 1 year ago, and that dictum is saying we want to do more with less. Now, for us to do more with less, it implies that there are certain things that we need to follow. For example, I emphasize to all the government officials that we have to definitely forego some of the luxuries that government officials tend to have. You know, we need to forego that. If I'm sick as a governor, I have to go to the local hospitals here where all the men and women of Maridi State go to. I do not have to get on the plane and go to Nairobi for treatment. If I want to go to my office, I have to be prepared sometimes to even walk to the office. So we agreed as a government to forego some of the luxuries, because, you know, luxuries of the constitutional post holders sometimes are the biggest consumers of government public finances. So we had to forego quite a number of this. It is on record that up to now I still use my private car as a governor of this state, you know, for more than 1 year. Nothing would have stopped me from taking money from the state and buy a vehicle for the governor. But for me, that doesn't make sense. You know, the fact that I'm using my private car, it's my contribution to this state, it's my contribution to this particular government. You know, so with that, indeed, we were able to realize to a large extent this dictum of doing more with less. As I mentioned last time categorically, that for the last 1 year and 8 months since Maridi State became a state, never at any point has money been given by the government or any institution in Juba for Maridi State to go and establish the state. Money has never been given. I've noticed other states have been getting money even to go and make peace among themselves. We have never received any coin from anybody in Juba to try to make peace among ourselves or even to try to establish this state.
Program, it's a 10 years plan, and that program has got almost everything. One of them is basically trying to build on what I call the human resource pool within Maridi State. I want to see to it that we have got thousands of young men and women who are technical, who have got skills, not only skills that they can use to build this state, but skills that they can also sell to other states so that they are able to bring income to this particular state. That's why we have already commissioned and started what we call Maridi State Training and Research Institute. And in this Maridi State Training and Research Institute, in fact, we're training our administrative officers within the state, within that state institute. So in that Vision 2025, we have got a program of building capacities and trying to give skills to the boys and girls of the state so that they are able to give services. My dream is to see to it that 5 years from now, South Sudan should be coming to Maridi State in order to get IT experts. South Sudan should be coming to Maridi State in order to get experts who are
another person that admires you as a leader, as the governor of Maridi State.
Yeah, well, coincidence, actually, here in Maridi State today, there are more than 8 children who were born and named after me. Okay, but I think the most important thing to give as an inspiration to the young men and women out there, not only in Maridi State but also in South Sudan, is for me to use the famous word of a philosopher who says that the wisest man is he who knows that he does not know. This implies that anybody who accepts that he or she does not know will always try to work harder in order to get knowledge. So the constant search for knowledge should be the #1 priority of every boy and girl, every man and woman in Maridi State and beyond. The constant search for knowledge. And this knowledge, the constant search for this knowledge will help us stop being consumed by rumor mongering, and it will stop us from making decisions that are counterproductive. So this is very important. I think the second thing I also want to pass to the young men and women out there is the fact that always own your future. Own your future. You know, your future is yours, so you have to own it. You know, you have to own it. And once you own it, that means every decision you will make in your life will be dependent on the ultimate good that you want for yourself. So I will always urge everybody that the future is very important for them and for all of us. So they should always own it. That will imply that, one, we will always try to be peaceful. We will always try to preach unity. We will always try to preach love, so that at the end of the day, we will be able to have not only a state that is beautiful, but also a country that is beautiful, that will be loved by everybody. I have some minutes